I've seen a lot of talk the last couple weeks about professionalism and respect and guys doing things that I just Captain Picard, Star Trek: The Next Generation meme, where I just go like this and I go, "Oh my gosh, I see so many talented potential people, and then they do something that hurts their career, hurts their chances of doing anything, and they don't even realize that they've shot themselves in the foot." Just as an example, um, a guy I know in wrestling up north posted some not controversial, but kind of hot button topics where it's like, hey, hard truth, this is how it is. And if you do this, then this is how it looks. And it rubs some people the wrong way. He's not wrong in some of the things he's saying. Maybe his delivery wasn't as gentle or as emotionally understanding as it could have been, but he wasn't wrong. And the way people reacted to it was very telling. Somebody posted something along the lines of vets need to show respect just as much as the younger generation needs to show respect. And while that may be true, that's not necessarily the world that we live in. Um, just as an example, and some people may find this offensive and be like, "Coach, why are you talking about this?" You know, it gets political, and look, it is not political in any way, shape, or form. But you may have a certain belief about the political parties, whether it be in the U.S., in the UK, whatever. They don't believe what you do, or governments are corrupt, or conspiracy theory, or whatever the case may be. Or you may be upset at the police force and they do this and they do that and I don't agree with it and whatever, and you want to go and protest, or you want to post a picture on your social media telling people how you feel. That's totally fine. If you want to change how society works and how society views things and the system that might be broken and systemic this, and that's totally fine. But please understand that the way the world works is if you stand up for some of those beliefs, you are going to alienate some people that could pay you. You're going to alienate some people that are going to open up doors for you in professional wrestling. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be walked all over to be successful in professional wrestling. I'm just saying you have to be careful the opinions that you voice publicly and even sometimes privately, because you don't know who you're talking to and they may go run around and tell whoever you were just talking about. You just have to be careful. And so posting publicly about this large group of people in the professional wrestling industry are wrong and I'm right. I've been doing it for less than 10 years and I know how it works and it should be done this way, versus somebody that's been doing it for 40 years and has made more money than you ever will in it. And he's telling you that sounds great, but that's not how it works. Okay, you could go down swinging, you could die on that hill and be like, that's not how it works now, but that's how it needs to work. And I'm going to do everything in my power to fix it. Bravo to you if that's what you want to do. But understand that you will not be a successful professional wrestler, because that is going to rock the status quo and how things work. And some people are old school, and, those people aren't going to want to work with you because they're going to see you as trouble. They're going to see you as a troublemaker, a problem causer. So you have to look at those things with this idea of, I was given this advice a long time ago about marriage. You can be happy or you can be right. And I know that sounds so bad, but that works in professional wrestling as well. If somebody says something that you don't agree with on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it does not matter. If they say something you don't agree with, you can either be happy, okay, which means ignore it, move on. That's a them problem. Or you can be right and you can argue and complain and get into comment arguments and go back and forth and have people you're never going to meet in real life call you names and act like you're in elementary school. It's not going to make you happy. It's going to make your blood pressure go through the roof. You're going to cost yourself bookings, because not only the people you're arguing with, but it's public. People that could call you up and say, "Hey, do you want to wrestle for me for $300?" They're not going to call you because they're going to see that and they're going to go, let's pass on this person and let's move on to the next person. You're costing yourself bookings and you don't even know why. I had to learn this lesson the hard way. If you look at my short form videos like YouTube Shorts and TikToks and Instagram Reels, I talk about it, the mindset shift of being positive and uplifting and encouraging and motivating gets you way more than being negative and driving people down and this sucks and you stink and here's why. It's coming from a position of experience. I've done it. I'm telling you, you can be right or you can be happy. If you can learn the skill of ignoring negativity or brushing it off or not giving it energy, you'll be a whole lot happier and you'll be a whole lot more successful. And that's going to play into being successful and being professional. Show yourself. Show what you can do. Show the value that you provide. Don't talk about politics, and definitely don't talk about politics in the realm of professional wrestling because, he's talking about not getting paid by promoter A. Promoter B is going to look at you going, well, I'm not going to book him because that could very easily be me he's talking about. And that promoter may pay everybody on time and be the most upfront, honest promoter of all time. But they don't want that chance that you're going to talk that way about them. I'm just telling you, I see so many people and I'm watching their social media and I'm just going, bruh. I see, the meme, Michael Jackson from Thriller, and he's eating the popcorn. That's how I view a lot of social media because I know I ain't getting involved in it. I am not touching it with a 10-foot pole, a 20-foot pole. But I will read it because it's entertaining to me. And it also tells me who's doing it right and who's not doing it right. So there is a level of frustration that some of the older guys in professional wrestling have with the younger generation. Some just aren't as eloquent with describing why it's not a good thing and why it's done the way it is. So while you may feel slighted that somebody told you that you suck, duck to, quit the business, burn your boots, whatever the phrase may be, I can understand those frustrations. But going on to a public social media platform and publicly blasting those individuals in a blanket statement. Now, if you have an issue with one particular individual and you tag them, that's a hill you chose to die on. I'm not talking about that. But when you blanket it, all wrestling promoters are like this. All bookers are this. All trainers are this. You're offending some people that you probably don't want to, and you're probably not intending to. I see a lot of times people will say the best wrestling promotion in whatever state. And I'm like, you just insulted quite a few people and you didn't even know it. Now you can say one of the best promotions in the state, and it's a little bit easier to understand. So a lot of people will do things and they're not even intending for it to come across a certain way, but that's how it looks. And so you've got to be careful. Just as an example, we had some people that were booked on a show and something come up. They couldn't make it. They communicated it. Hey, this is what happened. But how they communicated it and when they communicated it, the timing didn't look good. And they've quietly gone on that you're probably not going to get booked in the future type list. Is it fair? No. Is that how it works? Yeah. I mean, that's almost how you have to look at it. Promoters, people that are going to offer you bookings, trainers, coaches, other people in the locker room, fans, look, they're going to be sexist. They're going to be racist. They're going to be homophobic. They're going to be hateful. They're going to be mean. They're going to be just whatever negative connotation that you're going to come across it. That does not change. You're not going to change how people think overnight. And so if you want to try and sacrifice your dream of becoming a professional wrestler, or becoming a successful professional wrestler, or being on television as a professional wrestler, you want to sacrifice that to prove an internet mark wrong, outcome's probably not going to be where you want it to be. So just keep that in mind next time you come across somebody that is being negative or trying to get a rise out of you. It is so easy to fall into that trap of trying to defend yourself or make light of it, laugh about it, move on. Are they worth your salt? But that is something that's come across the last several weeks that I've really just, man, I need to talk about that. I need to really hammer that home. So many people get wrapped up in the in-ring aspect of professional wrestling, learning the moves, learning the counters, learning the reversals. Like that's all they need to work on. That's professional wrestling. All that other stuff, oh, it just happens. Man, the physical aspect of professional wrestling is such a small portion of it.